You are listening to the Beasty Bish Podcast, presented by Painless Podcast. Hey, this is Desmond Bishop, aka Beasty Bish. I would like to tell you about the Beasty Bish Foundation. My foundation is geared toward the betterment of our youth. After all, the children are the future. So I've decided to dedicate a portion of my life to help make other less fortunate kids' lives just a little more fulfilling. I'm a firm believer that whom much is given, much is required. To find out more about the Beasty Bish Foundation, visit my site at desmondbishop55.com. In part 2 of our NFL draft talk, Dub, Hawk, and I get into how we would approach the draft process differently and share our own advice on what players can best do to get ready for the upcoming draft.
If they say I'm gonna give you a restart button and go back to college.
Say that again.
Hey Dub. Oh no, I'm asking Dub. Dub, what would you do different if they say, hey Dub, I'm gonna put you back to being 21 years old back in college? What would you do different? I totally jumped off the topic, but
if I was 21, y'all want to hear this? I'm so glad you asked me this, Hawk.
Yeah.
I dreamed about this last night.
I know your answer too, and it's gonna be not what we think. But go ahead.
21, I think I was a fourth year junior.
Okay, I'm gonna say 19 because you was at Cal Young.
All right, fine, 19, whatever, that's fine, whatever. That year, I'll just say this: if I go back to college, like my redshirt sophomore, redshirt junior year, remember that year, Hawk, your senior year, we went in 7-0, then we lost all them games.
Yeah.
In my heart, you know what I was thinking, bro? Like years later, I should have played running back, dog.
I should play running back, dog.
I should have been a running back. It should have been me and Forsett at running back. I could have tremendously helped him because I realized in me as an athlete, I'm more skilled than instinctual. I had to be honest with myself. I'm really skilled though, and I'm the type that I love sitting here catch all day. Cause you feel me? So I just felt like that's what it was, bro. Like if I could have a chance, because our defense was good, we were stellar.
Yeah.
I wish I would have helped, and I always wanted to. I think before that season started, I had got like a rep at running back, and it was just something. And I really, in my mind, in my whole life, I only played linebacker because my big brother played linebacker.
Right.
That's
and you could play.
And I could play, but I was always a running back from little kid. I was always a running back. My instincts was better there. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me that, and not to, you know what I'm saying, say I'd start over, take over anybody. I think I really truly could have contributed, and I think I could have contributed more there than I did on defense. You feel me? So that right there, and honestly, just remember everybody that I talked to.
Yeah.
If I could remember everybody I talked to and just really like took it in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes you like I was blown away that I didn't know at the end of the year, oh, such and such is on scholarship now. And I'm like, wait, bro, you was a walk-on? Like right. I felt so bad. Like I feel like I didn't pay attention to certain things a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That I wish I wish I can take back, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of cool people, a lot of conversations, a lot of, you know what I mean? I realized I missed so much just by not being conscious, like there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's real, though. That's deep. I feel kind of the same way. Like, it's a lot of players on the team that, like, I wouldn't even know. Like, I would see him, I don't forget a face, but I wouldn't know him. Like, I hadn't had a conversation with them that, like, connected them to me, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel you on that, though. Like, and I think just the grind of playing football and trying to, you know, do our thing, like, you kind of don't go there to make friends in a sense. Well, that's kind of how I took it. Like, it was kind of like business.
Yeah, you wasn't friendly when you first got there. I was wondering why you didn't talk too much, bro. When you first got there.
Yeah, I'm friendly. I moved a lot when I was a kid too. So I was always a new kid in class, right? I never stayed nowhere for more than 2 years. Even at the city, 2 years. Cal, 2 years. Like, high school, when I got to high school, I stayed there 4 years, but everybody was already clicked in. And I lived in a different city. So when everybody went home and got together after school and stuff, I lived in a whole city where I didn't know nobody. So I was always just kind of quiet and observant. I didn't know how to like, be friendly. But as I think once I kind of got out the league, I'm actually trying to do it now and like really have relationships with people and really, try to hold on to them. So that's like one of the things I'm working on. And I think this podcast was why I ultimately just say, you know what, bro, press record is to challenge myself in that arena. So I don't want to go sidetrack and get all philosophical and shit on there, but like that's real.
All right. So answer this for me, Des.
Yeah.
Des is the 19-year-old Desmond. What would you do? What would you do different than what you know now?
I would
you for sure can't wear the weight room cleats to the club with us no more. The kids can't wear them no more.
Dress code terrible.
I would definitely take in I think more and would be like less naive, but I would work a lot harder. And as far as football, I would approached it more from a business standpoint.
Yeah, I feel that.
Than just like having fun with it.
Yeah.
And then I think I could have trained myself to look at it that way. And then I would have been playing the game for
real.
Yeah, for real. It would have been
for real.
It was a business. And then not only that, even transitioning out of football, I would have a better understanding of business ethics. Like, and I'm, I got a couple businesses and, I'm doing my thing now, but it's a learning process. And I'm like, damn, like, I didn't know none of this, like, at 19 or, 20, like I didn't know, I had no idea this kind of world existed in the way things operate in a business. And the more that I looked at the way things operate in the business, I started realizing that like a lot of relationships is a business. It's a business structure. Like here are a set of rules that we like follow, that we both comply to, and this is the rules, and let's operate now. Let's build something, whether it's our mentality, whether it's our spirituality, whether it's our physical bodies, whether it's our money, whatever it is, we this is our set of rules that we use to build. So I would just have that better. I would just operate from that standpoint. And then I think, so now in my later years, I would be able to connect more.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Hawk?
Yeah.
What would I do different? What would LaVelle do different? 19 years old. Of course, I was a football fanatic. I'm football everything. My life was football. I didn't care about nothing else. I would be more knowledgeable about, basically what Dad said, just about the business aspect of the game, understanding the importance of things. Because now me coaching football now, I see how the little things is really important. You know what I'm saying? Like I even called Coach Teffer one day and I said, man, I apologize to you. I'm coaching now and I understand everything that you were saying to me now. From running a 12-yard curl to running a 10-yard curl. You threw the whole timing off. You know what I mean? So I would be more detailed. I would be more detailed with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? For as even with film study and all that stuff, because I knew what I need to know, the secondary, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. But I would took everything to the next level, my seriousness about everything. And not saying, I was immature at times, but yeah, my seriousness for everything. Also, relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because my relationships with everybody is good. I still talk to people from Cal and all over the place, you know what I mean? So my relationships with people is always good because I always check on people and say, just keeping it cool. But I would definitely play defensive back, though. Absolutely. I can go back and they say, Hawk, go do this. I'm playing DB. Like from
I'm playing DB and been a slash receiver. The DB.
Because my mindset is this. I'm athletic enough to play offense, but I say I've never seen an offensive guy go to defense. I've seen a defensive guy play special teams and then go to offense. You know what I'm saying? So college ball, you know how it works. Like, you never gonna go really offense, then go play defense, then go play this. No. You know what I mean? So I would definitely play defense. I would definitely make sure our relationships was really good, especially with like the regular students and stuff. You know what I mean? Because I feel like all of us did not take advantage of UC Berkeley. You know what I mean? Because we were football players. We was in our lane. And
I don't mean to cut you off. I still don't think we know how to either. So that's something that we probably need to touch on later on.
Yeah. So I feel like me leaving LSU, being in LSU, coming to Cal, it's definitely a big difference with preparation, right? The preparation to go to the NFL is totally different. Even talking to Larry Grant yesterday, right? I talked to Larry Grant yesterday, and he was telling me at Ohio State, we do everything working on our stance and our starts. From, when we condition it, starts, we're not coming out in a 3-point stance. We're working on running a 40 right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to get 1,000 reps before you have to run that 40 at the combine 4 years from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You know what I mean? So it's those things that it was important to the school. You know what I'm saying? We went to UC. NFL shit ain't really the forefront of everything. You know what I'm saying? So me coming here, and remember when I think I told y'all this when I was there, we ran 32 110s. And when I got asked for crying about running 10 110s, I said, these motherfuckers on. I don't want to. Like, these dudes are soft. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference, man, of preparation from SEC to the Pac-10, 12 now. So it's like, bruh, M2, I would have stayed my ass at LSU too, by the way. He said, let me throw that in there too. You know what I mean? I love the culture. I love everything. I love it all. Like, those was my type of people right there. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, you know what everybody's mindset was? I'm going to the league. And that was who I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be around that. I got the Cal, and I had certain cats like, I'm going to, my dad own this and do that, which is cool. But I want to play football. I want to win. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember talking to a certain cat, I didn't put his name out there. And I was like, fine. I'm like, man, we got to see this week. It's on. You feel me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what plenty we'll see? Like, basically said we're not going to win. I'm like, no. I'm like, bro, what's this? Who gave me the scholarship?
Who gave you a scholarship?
Like, come on, bro. So it's like all that little stuff. I was a football first. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I was football everything. You know what I mean? So to answer that question, I'd have just hyped all my shit up, just paid more attention, been locked and loaded. You know what I'm saying? Spent the extra hours, which I worked hard. I felt like I worked hard. I did everything I was supposed to do, but I could have taken it a step further. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I'm seeing the Tom Brady's, the way they work, how much time they spend on their body and all that stuff, I did it all.
Yeah.
Got the proper sleep and said, I'm going to dedicate this. Nothing else matters. Nothing matters. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I would have did that too in the league, like taking care of your body, going to the training room, getting the massages. Like I was like, man, I don't need all that. Like, I'm an alley cat. That's the other side. I'm an alley cat. Like, you ain't never seen no thoroughbred stretch. Like, Al Harris used to say that, and I downloaded that. Like, yeah, right. I've never seen no stretch. Like, what? I'm out here.
The boy thought he was hard. The boy thought he was hard.
You don't want to take time to do all this extra stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's going to take you over the top.
Right. But I didn't know that it was, I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like,
works.
Put some years on you, you know what I mean? And I wish I would have took advantage of that for sure.
That's great.
Oh, man. Restart.
Your draft process, like what was that like pre-draft for you?
Man, like, my story is a story you probably want to hear, man. Young cats probably going, so my mindset, bruh, like looking back at it, I was so naive, just so naive. Never had any doubt in my, like Hawk said. Hawk probably knew he had no doubt in his mind because he's just, it just never crossed my mind that it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It's like, you go to school, you know, you do your thing, just do. I just kept, you know what I'm saying? Big bro was already there. You know, I'm working hard, I'm doing my thing, but I never gave it thought that it won't go the way you want it. And the year before, when I was contemplating on coming out, because I had a couple, I had 100-something tackles. And he was like, nah, bro, don't. He was like, nah, you getting buzzed right now. Might not be a good thing. You probably top 10 linebacker. I mean, you top 150 because you top 10 in every position, right? So I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah. So nah, stayed another year in college. They switched the defense. I think that kind of played a role into some things. You know what I'm saying? Looking back on it, but I don't really know. I just know when we started training, I was out in Florida. And then I ended up going to LA, training in LA with Zach, a couple guys I knew who was training. Everything's going good. You know, get invited to the combine, go to the combine. I remember I was really, really nervous about the bench press because when I had been training, I only hit it like 13, 14 times, the most. And I'm like, man, and I get to the combine, you know, they got you all in your girdle, and that's it. And I see these dudes is towering over me. I ain't the tallest guy, you feel me? So I'm like, dude, these dudes big. Get up there, and I end up hitting 23 of them, right? And I was just like, man, all right, like that, you know what I'm saying? That was the dub that was the me that I always knew. Like, I'm going to show up, I'm going to perform, I'll show up. I'll never have a doubt in my mind. Again, I never lived 225 over 15 times ever before that moment. You feel what I'm saying? And so maybe it was that thinking that could have, you know what I'm saying, that could have ended up hurting me, whatever. So anyways, I go through the process, and then like on draft day, I remember pro day. I put my groin on pro day, which really hurt me. But again, I'm naive. I don't know how much it hurt me. I don't know if it really like, yeah, he's off the board now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I'm really at. You know what I'm saying? And people communicating to me, but they getting information that somebody giving them. So nobody really knows. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, my projection was like, I think like somewhere mid-round, 4th, 6th round, late round guy, mid-late to late round guy. Get to draft day. I just remember this moment. Like everything, and here's the thing. My mom wanted to put this together, gathering thing, and I'm like, nah, Mom. Like, nah. And she did. And I'm like, all right. And at the time, I remember I was dating this chick who was about herself now to come think about it, because all she kept telling me that day was, your sister thinks keeps talking about me, say I'm ugly. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's the draft right now, right? I'm losing it, right? So first round go by, second round go by, third round go by. I ain't tripping because my phone ain't gonna ring. I ain't tripping on it. When the second day, right? Second day, boom. Now, 4th round go. 5th round goes. So I'm like, all right. Or 5th round is there. And I see my name on Mel Kiper's top 5 on the right-hand side. And I'm like, all right, here I come. Like, it's coming. End of the 5th round, I'm at like 2. In the blink of an eye, bro, the draft is over. I get no calls. No free agent calls. You know, free agent calls normally happen during the draft.
Right. Yeah, or right after.
During the draft. Most of them get 6th, 7th round. Hey, guy, if we don't pick you up, probably won't, but we want to do it. Them deals is usually done during the draft, immediately right after. Didn't get none of that. And I just remember being heartbroken, bro. I'm talking about severely. Mm-hmm. So severe that I couldn't fathom it until now, until you become an adult, you really start understanding how emotions work and how you really be deep in them and don't really know that you in them. Like, I'm hurt, so hurt that you ever touch fire and want to touch it again?
No.
Huh? No, you don't. You don't. I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's horrible for a football player.
Yeah.
Because you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, football player got to be, it burned. I'm about to jump through it now. Right? You know what I'm saying? But so that happened, bro. So I just remember being crushed. And Didn't even get a call until, I'm fast forwarding a lot of things, but didn't even get a call until the week, like later on, maybe 4 days after the draft. The Niners brought me in unsigned. That's when I had the conversation with Singletary. And guess what Singletary told me? I'm gonna tell y'all too. I'm gonna tell you too. Mind you, I'm there with a hurt groin. Mind you, I never had a thought in my mind that this time wouldn't go perfect. It never dawned on me that it couldn't go perfect. I pull my groin, so I'm in Niner camp with a pulled groin, unsigned, didn't get drafted. I'm hurt. Don't know if I'm supposed to run, and I can't really run. Am I supposed to do this with them or not? Am I not? No one telling you in a man's world now. You know what? Man's world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that league. That's a man world. I remember Dixon. Y'all remember Dixon, the fullback, number 24 for the Niners? I remember saying, bro, you better lay down. And let him wheel you off. And like I didn't understand what he was telling me. Like, what? Nah, I'm gonna walk off. I ain't finna limp. Like, I'm not finna fake. Like, I'm extra hurt. I didn't know, bro, what was going on. So I decided, like, they started doing these mat drills. I'm like, bro, I can't. It's throbbing. I just watch. He go around, and mind you, I felt like in my heart before it got hurt to where I couldn't do it. I was doing these little drills, and he had me under there. And he kind of was calling my name, and this is the only thing that's playing my mind. I'm like, okay, I think he liked me. This Singletary. It's Mike Singletary. You know what I'm saying? I'm a linebacker. You get with Mike Singletary. This is the dream. Right. And I'm like, nah, he messing with me. But and after that, we had to run these gashes, and they killed me. And right after that, because it was a rookie camp, the rookies had to do these mat drills, and I was like, I'm done. I can't. He said, what are you doing, man? Oh, you might as well go in the showers then. And now I'm like, is this a pride deal? Is he trying to make me go in and not what? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So I watched. Afterwards, he gathered everybody in. And he man, good job, fellas. You guys worked hard. You guys did your thing. And he gave me the old Uncle Sam finger, boy. He said, I don't know if you're going to make it, man. Right? You're talking about heart at the bottom of my feet now. The heart was already in my gut, already just broke. Heart at the bottom of my feet now. I'm like, but I get what he was saying to me now. As a man, I get what he's saying. What you showing me, dog? What I see, that ain't gonna cut it. Like what I see, and I can tell in his voice. At first, he didn't have the same voice as he said when he said that. So it's like, You're not whatever you're going through. I don't know and the thing is, I just wish he could have said something like, "Hey, bro, nigga, whatever he needed to say." I wish he could have said it because I'm the person that would have did it. I really would have. But being in my own head, bro, it was hard to process. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to process when your big bro doing big things too. Now your ego and a whole bunch of things that shouldn't be involved is involved. You feel me saying? Your friend Hawk, he doing his thing. You feel me? You got your friend Dez, he doing his thing. So all those thoughts going through your mind, you really can't process it. So I just say that for the young men that's out there who has hopes and dreams and aspirations, like I did since I picked up a football since I was like 3rd grade, 8, 9, 10. Don't think that it can't happen to you. You feel me? Don't think that you won't get picked up for whatever reason. They told me, I heard, they said, the word is that you didn't love the game. And that broke my heart. But here's the thing, though. Maybe what I was giving off, maybe they saw it that way. Maybe my reaction to my heartbreak gave off that, this ain't don't like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, so, to the young men out there, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's important that they got guys like us in their lives to, like, nah, bro, we gonna push through this. Like, no. Like, I'm gonna see you through it. You know what I'm saying? Because on your own, you just in your thoughts, man. I can just say that. I was just in my thoughts. Emotionally just in my thoughts, bro. And couldn't really, and hard to get out of it. You feel me? And that was my draft process, bro. Like that was some cold, like that hurt.
You wanna know that's how I know my dogs, right? I knew you went through all of that. I knew you whole phase of like before we even talked. I knew your thought process, like, cause you know, the embarrassment, you know, the letdown, you know, because the expectations, you know, the process that I'm supposed to go do this, and go do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then somebody to tell you you're not good enough, and then for somebody to tell you that you don't know the game, like, what?
Yeah, for somebody to tell you something that you truly didn't believe about yourself, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? But the important part is how you process that, though.
Mm-hmm. And it's no institution, no school. They don't teach us this. They don't teach us this part. Like, processing your emotions on this level and what to do. Like, there's no you know, there's nothing to look to help in these situations.
See, Des, I'm gonna say this, right? Me and you, Doug, we a lot similar in a lot of ways because we really emotional, right?
Yeah.
Des don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The shit that we'll take personal,
yeah,
take it personal.
Yeah, he oblivious to it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he gonna process it different than us. Us, we like, man, you know what I'm saying? He said, I don't love football. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause with myself, you know what I'm saying? With being immature and shit, which I can agree to a certain extent, but at the end of the day, if you fucking took a computer and put it on our chest and said, who loved football the fucking most, it'll be LaVelle Hawkins #1 in the class. You know what I'm saying? I just enjoy football. I laugh, I joke, but some people take that as you not serious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's when dealing with the kids and stuff. And people don't always understand my aggressiveness with things. And like I try to be serious about things because I got labeled. I don't want you to get labeled. You know what I'm saying? So like when you when we come to practice, come to practice. And then when you go home, go be the biggest clowns you want to be. You know what I mean? But you don't ever want to put a thought into a coach's mind to make him believe and think that you're something that you're not. You know.
And the important part about it is it's you that gave him that thought.
Yeah.
You did. Yep. With something that you did. You know, Coach Kenwick Thompson always told us, that's probably the best coach I've ever had, just as a person. You know what I mean? He was a great coach, but as a person, he was great. And he said, on anybody, and it's like some cliche thing, but it made me think, like, yeah, everybody has an imaginary timeline. So if you find yourself in an unfavorable situation, go back on that imaginary timeline and find out where you went wrong that led to that.
Yeah.
You will always find it. You will always find it. You know what I'm saying? And so being aware of how we respond to certain things, how we look, being goofy at times we ain't supposed to, being all nonchalant when we're not supposed to, and all that. Nah, you too cool out here, partner. You're going to lose a spot.
Hey, that right there, that was a huge message right there that you just said. I was about to ask you, like, what advice would you give to undrafted free agents? And like, so you saying you got to be aware of the energy. You know.
I'll say this. Here's what I say. Treat the NFL, treat pro sports like you would treat it trying to get a regular job. Now, you two have been blessed enough to never have to try to go get a regular job, right? But say, when I went to go apply for Nike, they denied me. So did I stop? Nah. I gotta apply for Sports Lab. I gotta apply for Bank of America. I gotta go apply for the realtor company. I gotta keep applying. I gotta keep applying myself. I gotta keep hitting the door until I get the opportunity that I want. That right there is your journey to the league if you want to get there. Do not stop. Like that whatsoever. Some gonna get turned down, some not. But if you're the guy that got turned down, it's okay. It's normal. That's the thing. It's normal. See, because we idolize the first rounders. We glamorize it. So when you go second round, third round, undrafted, or just go maybe 2-3 years later when you came off the basketball team, you never played. When you go that route, it ain't really. So it's hard to continue to knock the door down. You know what I'm saying? Or if you go 7th round, or you go like undrafted and you get cut. James Harrison. How many times did James Harrison get cut? Probably like 10 times, he said. Right. You feel me? Before he got...
For the Steelers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got cut hella times before he got on. You feel what I'm saying? Before he got on.
Even getting those multiple opportunities after that is really important too. I mean, that shit is out of your control. That part is.
But what's in your control is the passion to keep going. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
you gotta have that.
that can't be altered. That can't, and you can't take it and don't take it personal. Man, get your personal feelings out of this, man.
Big facts. Like
this is not personal. This is all business. And hey, we love you. Hey, we love you. Hug you, kiss you. We don't. No, it's not personal though. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't bring your family in. Bring your family in. We love you. Pat you on the back. Feed you. No, it's not personal.
Cut your ass tomorrow.
Cut you tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
what I'm saying, like having that awareness of like this is a business. How does the best business operate? Like I need to know that, so now I know how to maneuver. You know what I mean?
And on the real. Yeah, on the real, man. So yeah, that's the advice I give them, man. Just be conscious of what you're going through. Never give up. If you get cut or don't get what you're looking for, it's okay. Just keep going. It's another opportunity out there. It's another opportunity out there. Like really, I think what helped me the most, my Uncle Channing, my older brother. Everybody knows my older brother DJ played Denver 9 years, 11 years, total 2 years with the Chicago Bears. My uncle actually played like a couple years, 3 or 4 years. Bounced around from like Denver Broncos, Falcons, Green Bay, I think. And he went to Arizona State, played on a Rose Bowl team. He called me right when I got cut from Denver and said, nephew. So yeah, he said, hey man, listen, I know it hurt. I know it hurt. And you feel like, he said, but I promise you, there's something that you can find in life that you can that would be just as fulfilling. All it takes is you giving your all to it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? All you take is giving your all to it. And he's right though. You feel what I'm saying? You put your focus on other things, you won't again, that's kind of taking it out of the personal realm and doing it like taking it out of the mindset of this is not who I am, this is just what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I can do other things as well. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? And that way you don't get caught up in, I'm just a football guy. Nah.
Yeah.
You got to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be enough in that to know that it's one of them type of deals where you got to be headstrong and, an alpha dog.
Hey, you know what position I always thought about doing and still even think about doing now? It's not, I never want to be a coach. I never did. I always said I'd rather go do player development. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I feel myself, I was high, I was low, I was in the middle, I was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And so I look at a cat and say, this is what he's thinking right now on everything. And so a development, I can speak to you in a certain way and tell you and prepare you to push you past that little shit that you're going through or whatever it is. Because I always think back to myself being young. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, feeling like, I don't know if it felt like I wasn't good enough, but I was getting my ass cussed out left and right way. You know what I'm saying? But I always said I was mentally tough in a lot of ways for sure. But nigga, sometimes it got on me a little bit. Like, oh man, I had to go back and watch some old videos of who LaVelle was. Like, nigga, hold on, man.
Yeah.
I can let that tell me who the hell I am. You know what I'm saying? But like, I need to be in player development though on everything. And I'm telling you, I know I can help these boys. You know what I mean? I know I can. I can look at you, and if you be honest with me and say, yeah, Coach, I was thinking just that.
Yeah.
You be like, this nigga psychic. I know what you feeling, baby. I had every emotion. Every one of them from
highs, lows, sad, homesick, every single thing.
Everything, dog.
Yeah, feeling cold, feeling like I'm up, feeling like I'm down. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah. Everything. So like cats like yourself too, Dub. I think you'll be great in player development. That type of stuff.
I already know.
Absolutely.
Listen, I already know. That's the only reason I got into coaching. I got into coaching because I said I didn't know. I got to the next level, went to Grant. Went from Grant, went to college. In every phase and went from college to pros, there was something I didn't know. And the something that I didn't know wasn't technical. It wasn't X and O's.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was scenarios of, you know what I'm saying? What you do in this moment? What you about to do? How you respond? What do you say to this person?
Win today, baby. Win today.
You know what I'm saying? And so right there, that's huge. That's huge. That's not something that that's something that you have to be able to feel and get. You know what I'm saying? So that part of the player development I agree with you, bro. I know, because that's where my passion is. I said, man, I hate the fact that I didn't know certain things when I got to play. It made you feel less than.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It make you feel at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to respond in this situation. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And so, man.
Yeah, nice.
Preparation, baby.
Can we, we've been on for a little minute. Can we get on one more draft topic, and then we probably can just close it out. But I wonder what's y'all take on having like a veteran quarterback in the team draft, the young rookie that's really supposed to be taking his place. We had an example of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. Brett Favre is the face of the team, of the franchise. And, you bring in the young Aaron Rodgers, but he has to sit behind him and prepare. Mm-hmm. That could have been the real catalyst, him having to wait and learn to propel his career. Do you think that's true, or, how do you, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I'll just take that one.
I mean, can you ask me that question again?
Specify the question. I know.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. Okay, go ahead.
What should the do? Are you asking what should the best do?
Do you think that's a good idea for teams to do that? Because sometimes you get that. You get that for a quarterback. You get that young dude behind you. It could be a distraction.
No, it shouldn't be though. Because I'll tell you why. So this is me. Like in LaVelle, I'm crazy in my own little way, but I've always feel you can get whoever the hell you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, either I'm gonna step up to it, or you gonna kick my ass, or I'm gonna kick your ass. Either way it go. Cause we always brought up to be competitors, to compete in everything, right? And I've never been the type of dude to be a hater. Like, if you a young dude coming up to me and I know you nice, I'm like, you nice. You feel me? I'm not gonna withhold information from you, because I wouldn't go to sleep at night. Like that shit ain't cool, Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see you fail. I'm gonna kick you. I'm gonna help you, but you're not colder than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do everything in my power to help you, so I can sleep at night. To say, you know what? I ain't cheat this young dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't giving you no gas to say go do this, and I know damn well you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to help him off top. You know what I'm saying? To make him more comfortable. All that stuff. Because I did it because I always said this. Whenever I became a veteran, because I was with Tampa, and we had some young boys on the team, and these little cats was hot. You know what I'm saying? They played my spot. I'm like, man, they ain't fucking with me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm me. You know what I'm saying? But they want them to have that spot, right? And so I did everything in my power to help them. Even when they dropped a ball, I knew what thought ran through their mind. You know what I'm saying? Fam, let that go. You can't do nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Move forward, make this next one. You know what I'm saying? Because you drop the ball, boy, you like, they gonna cut me. So I was like, I would go over there and get in their ear like, fam, they ain't gonna cut you. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And I could have been a piece of shit and be like, ooh, man, you dropping over there, they'll cut you, man. Put more pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? So, I would do everything in my power to help. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is going to happen, period.
Yeah.
You know
I think to answer that question, man, I think to answer that, I don't know, Hawk, you might have been, hey, you gonna drop another one, they're gonna have you out of here.
No, I wouldn't do that to him. No. Like, if you was my
you might have done that to me.
They gonna cut your ass.
You still...
Those young dudes that's just coming, you can't do that.
You can't discourage them. That's for sure discouragement. I think for teams, I think it depends on what team it is. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on what kind of veteran you got. You know what I'm saying? You got one of them big name Aaron Rodgers type, and Jordan Love type situations. I mean, but you had it back when Montana and Steve Young too, did you? Right. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. You know what I'm saying? And I think if I'm taking the team's position, because you asked as a team, should the team do it? If I take a team position, I do it every time.
Every time.
I do it every time. I'll hold my superstar. I'll hold the young guy hostage and just keep him shut up, whatever, learn, get better. Because in that, you're going to learn his character. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot. Whether he want to play now, you're going to learn his character, whether he cry, whether he do it. You're going to learn all that stuff. If you're really good as you think you is, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Everything. You feel what I'm saying? And that just buys you time. That just prolongs your program. You feel me? If your head guy, your starter, let's use Aaron Rodgers right now, and Jordan Love. There's no in my mind, there's no need to move on from A-Rod. You just string that out. You just string that out until Jordan Love decide he want to do something different. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I think it's, you know, I don't know how you could be upset as a backup quarterback either as a young guy.
Right.
I mean, think about this, and think about this now. And there's another thing. This is more like on a. If I the Jordan Love situation, Aaron's what, 37, 38?
Something like that.
Aaron played for another, what, 5 or 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't been in trouble.
Jordan Love, he'd probably be 28, 29 by then. 28, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just getting into his prime. So when they get him,
right,
he might be already mentally, already really, really mature, really ready. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I can see that from the team standpoint, but definitely from a player standpoint, you don't want to do that because
you don't want to do that. Yeah,
you've been a guy your whole life, you know what I'm saying? And now you finally reached your dream of making it to the NFL. You ready to catapult yourself in the stardom. And, you know, I'm sure you want to get your stats. So if you got to sit out 5 years, that's 5 years worth of stats and money and credibility and all that.
Yeah, but your position, the only position that can make up for all of that.
Yeah, but I talking to a young kid with all the testosterone and ego, and you ready? I don't think they process it because I was in that position too, like, and not because I was like, you know, stardom. I had the pressure on me, but I was just ready to play.
Yeah.
And you know, for years of not playing, that's 300 tackles and a couple sacks and stats that I could never get back. And if your ultimate goal is to make it to the Hall of Fame and all of these things,
right?
Like,
you need them.
Yeah, you can't get that back. So I can understand that, but from a business standpoint, for the team is smart. You got to, it's your contingency plan. That's how business work. If you have a product, and I got to have a contingency plan. Like, and that's the type of stuff I'm talking about with like business. Like, we don't understand. We just like, I want to go play. And like, we not setting up our business correctly. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, but that's what it is. I think it's smart. You know, I understand it. And I think if quarterbacks, if you're not able to handle somebody pushing you for your position behind you, then you probably ain't winning. You probably ain't a winner. Like, you're not a winner. You're not Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't think, you know, it was a rumor that Garoppolo was behind Brady and Brady got him shipped out. Like, I don't want nobody behind me.
I heard that stuff. God, like, that's weak.
But that's a little ammunition for you, Dad. Look, Dad, like, you like, I can't believe it. But you know, when you Tom Brady, I guess you earned it. Maybe you can.
Yeah. Hey, I don't like him. He getting too close to me. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
You saw that ball he threw today? That reporter was talking for him too long. Hey, gotta go.
For real. Yeah. And the guap over there handsome and shit too.
Yeah, good looking.
Boy,
Jimmy G over here smiling. Nah, get him out of here.
You know
He's gonna take all my endorsements.
Right.
He's gonna take all my stuff.
Right.
Yeah, let me get this dude up out of here.
No, he was probably single in the streets.
He was.
He at home with Giselle. What's her name?
For real.
But
crazy, man.
Tom Brady. Real quick, like so who was it? Because we had this conversation before. Like, who was it? Was it Tom Brady or was it Belichick?
I think it was Bill.
Hold on. Let me see.
How can you say that when they separated and this man won a Super Bowl and you didn't even make the playoffs? Like, how? Right?
Because we separated.
So Tom, an awesome situation too.
I'm like,
Tom got his ass out there at the right damn time. Why I tell you?
But
the Patriots with Tom. No, I believe, even though when I said the Patriots the Patriot way, that's just a real thing. They work hard as shit. Yes, Tom would have did a lot. I mean, a lot better than Cam did for sure. But they didn't really have all the pieces. Which a lot of times they said they didn't have all the pieces. But Tom
and Cam got hurt.
Tom don't win a Super Bowl, fan. if he stayed with the Patriots. He got out of there just in time. You know how the coaches be like, man, we got to get this guy out of here before, at the right time before he go downhill. Tom was like, nigga, I'm gone. Nigga, they sent it over here. I'm getting out of there. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel, bro. I feel like, I feel like it was because you know why? Because it was them little pieces, them little no-name guys. Tom, you didn't bring them guys in. Them little no-name guys that we all kept going, who the is this guy and why is he good? And he played defense. Yeah. Troy Browns. Tom Brady, we're not talking about Tom Brady. I picked you in the 6th round, guy.
Right.
I did that. I said, nah, hey, guys, watch this. I got this guy. He's going to be a great quarterback. I'm going to grab him in the 6th round. No one knows about him. Actually, everyone knows about him. Everyone knows about him. They all heard about him. He goes to Michigan, but no one thinks highly of this guy. Trust me. I'm the only one who does.
I do.
I did it. Like, he did that. Like because I can say that and you can't, it's me, bro. Like, I don't care how good Worrell Jr. gets. Like, you can't, it's like, I don't care how good Dash gets. We might far as back, but it's like, you your daddy's son. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was under Bill Belichick's watch, bro. It was my regime. It wasn't Tom Brady's regime.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so, at the end of the day, that's just what it is.
All right.
Because Tom Brady beat Tom, we'll never know this stupid answer, but...
Right. Are going against each other?
Will Tom Brady beat Tom Brady if he got drafted to the Arizona Cardinals? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We don't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you don't know that. That's what hearsay. But he's the goal at the end. He's the guy. And he deserves love, the praise, and everything that comes with all of it.
All right, man, I ain't gonna lie. You just convinced me. You convinced me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you convinced me. I got to think about it. I got to go process it after we done. I got to process that because no, it's like the student can kind of never, even though he might have beat the master gave him the
juice.
The juice. I gave this to you. Okay, you can beat me now, but so you can never be above me.
And to end this draft segment for these young people out there, this is a great way to end it. Is like your parents. No matter how guys you get, you guys are gonna fall into a lot of money, young fellas. It doesn't matter. You'll never be bigger, better, and better than your parents, the people you came from, your foundation. So you feel what I'm saying? It's one of them type of situations. It's like you saying you like Tom can be like, but he's gonna have to always go, yeah, I owe it all to those guys in that organization and come on, man.
Facts. Yeah, that's facts. All right, last rookie symposium after draft. We go to the rookie symposium. They talking. I think the guest speaker was Chris Carter. And, he was saying his speech and all of that and something. And he was talking about Ray Lewis and something. And he kind of was saying, like, when you get in there, don't try to be better than the people who already is in there. Like, don't try to be better. So I rose my hand. I was like, hey, aren't we supposed to be trying to be better than, like, Ray Lewis? He was like, you'll never be better than Ray Lewis. And everybody in the room was like, oh, shit. And I was like, oh, damn. Like, all right. Like, I was kind of, it was hundreds of people, and I was kind of, like, embarrassed. Like, damn, all right, he just called me out. But in my mind, I'm thinking, it's no way that you can say that I'll never be better than Ray Lewis.
Right.
It's crazy. Possible. Like, it's a possibility, right? Whether it's a 0.1 chance, like, you can't say I'll never be, but looking back on it, I think he meant what you saying. Like, Ray Lewis set a certain precedent and a certain foundation. That
he put that passion and desire into you.
Yeah, like I got my motivation from him. Like, that's who I mimic my gamer. So he's like, you can never be better. And I think he meant it like that. Like,
I don't know if he meant it in that way, bro.
You can't be better.
No. Chris behaved a little bit.
I know you good. I know you were good. I know you were good.
Chris behaved. Because I wish you would have been Desmond Bishop in that moment and said, no, explain that to me, because that's not logical to me.
That don't make sense to me.
It don't make sense. Can you explain why? And don't give me the old cliche answer because he's Ray Lewis. What? Like, Like, nigga, what if I told you would never be Chris Porter?
Right, yeah.
Like,
I mean, but I think a good example of this is that you know, I've kind of conceded a little bit, but not too much. But you know, my favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant. Not even close.
Right.
I named my second son after him. But I mean, you know, it's hard to say. It's hard to flat out just say. Only reason I say it is because I think Kobe would say it. I'm better than Mike. That's why I say it. But like, when you think about it, he took everything from Mike. He got everything from. And then when you hear Kobe talk, he pays homage a lot. He like, bro, I took this from. I can't be better than that dude.
Right.
Like, I can't. I literally took all his moves to do it. Like, so.
But then watch Ray Lewis like that and say, I want to be like Ray Lewis. Or it was an accumulation of knowledge.
I remember Des hyping up Uncle Ray Ray. Yeah, I remember.
Uncle Ray, it was Uncle Ray Ray was like one of the first motivations of like, oh yeah,
sure.
I want to be like him. But it was a lot of different pieces of people, and then it was really just kind of myself, and a lot of it was like not like I want to be like Ray Lewis. And my thought was like, how do I be better? Like, what would I have to do? Like, if he made that tackle at 3 yards, I need to make that shit at 1. Like, I need to start off. So it was always like, how do I be better than Uncle Ray Ray? But he was my, like, you know, he was like the motivation to like, all right, he kind of gave me the spirit to like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And so, you know.
But how many years Ray get in? 14? About 14?
I don't know. He got a lot, probably more than 14.
Okay, because, I mean, you know, you made a lot of tackles at linebacker. Yeah, you didn't get to play right away. You know, and like, what am I trying to say?
You just a good friend.
I appreciate, like, Ray's the GOAT. Like, he's the guy, right? But I just think that Ray was just, like, crazy special. He just played a lot of passion, a lot of heart. He made plays. Des made plays. You know what I'm saying? Did he get to play as a freshman, as a rookie? To get better each and every year? No.
Yeah. I've kind of let go of that argument a lot to where like statistic like I still believe Saquon Thompson is probably one of the best cornerbacks in the world, but I can't have that argument. I still believe LaVelle Hawkins is one of the best receivers, LaVelle Hawkins was the best receiver in Tennessee during his tenure in Tennessee. I can't argue that.
Right.
Because
they can say you biased, which I was a coldest too.
You feel me?
And so I feel like shut the fuck up, Hawk, because you didn't make it happen. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? But in my heart, like that's why I said we need a restart, but I bang everybody. I'm like, you know, you more mature than like
just so they can know. Just so they can
know
it.
And the bad part, everybody that played with me know. Like the niggas know. You know what I'm saying? If they say be honest, like nigga, what was hard? How can me nervous? Every year we bring a first round nigga. I don't care. He can get it too. You know what I'm saying? But
real.
Yeah.
But you national call, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta live with that. So that's why I'm gonna make sure I make one of these other cats cold and wrong and like a robot. You know what I'm saying? But no, man, I don't buy the hype, man. Like I know Dez, but I'm not saying this because it's my partner. Because if he was sorry, I'd be like, yeah, Dez was such big homie. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't that. But I just feel like, you know, you put him next to Ray Lewis at that time, he'd do what Ray Lewis do too. Because it's all right here. It's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's a mindset. You think about yourself, not what somebody else feeling think about you. And like I told you, me and you, Dale, we different because we let emotions kind of run us a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Except for Dez don't let emotions run him. Dez let that logic shit run him, which I think is tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but sometimes his logic be off, though. If you talk to him, his logic be off.
No, it don't, because it's always based off of something we can measure it to. Like,
no. So let me say,
real life, measure this shit.
Dez crazy as hell too, so I don't listen to everything Dez talking about. Sometimes I clock Dez ass out, like that's just Desmond. You know what I'm saying? Let him do it. You know what I'm saying?
But now my claim to fame, I had like I want to say I had 23 starts, and I was like, man, put my first 23 starts to Ray Lewis 23 starts or anybody 23 starts, I feel like, and just do our PFF, man. Let's just do something we can measure. Man, I'm in the conversation, but I think a lot of it, and what I realized too, a lot of it is just consistency.
Consistency.
Like, and I was talking to Singletary, and I forget how many years he played, over 10, and he said he only missed like one game. I'm like the consistency of that. Like, you don't, and when you be that consistent, you don't have to have 10,000 tackles a game. Like, just be 7, 4, 2, 1. But if you calculate that over years and years and years, like, you're gonna be up there, man. And
people get used to you too. Like, all the antics and everything too. That plays a part into this shit too, because it is entertainment. So if you can become a favorite person's player, you know what I'm saying, off a nigga that.
Right. Yeah.
All that shit. Like, I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may be boo-boo. You may be getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, the beginning of the game and all that hype and shit, nigga, I mean, he's the greatest guy ever to me. You know what I mean? See, you didn't give the people that. You know, you just kind of ran through the, hey guys, like, you weak.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one likes it.
At the end of my career, I started to do it like every tackle I got was a celebration. I was thinking about celebration as much as I was like, I got the powder, like I'm finna.
Funny thing, I noticed that too, bro, big time.
Because I felt like this is what I had to do. Like, oh, this is what you got to do to get the credit and all that shit. Then then let's see me. Like,
you better.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It started being fun. Like, this is like just a show. Like, how do I put on the show? And it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I remember Clay. I think Clay was like, bro, like, calm down. I was like, shit, when they give me the kind of credit they give you, I'll calm the fuck down. I'll be quiet. You know, you'll never hear from me again. Give my credit.
Because, you know, it ain't too many Marvin Harrisons that don't say a word. I still don't think he's speaking to Peyton Manning. 10 years. Conversation with him. What is that? Peyton Manning said, I've never had a conversation with my number one receiver.
That's crazy.
He a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah, man, it's all a show. And if I can tell anybody anything, have fun, enjoy. Do not put all your eggs in this basket because it's hard than a motherfucker. And I really believe, like, please just don't put your eggs in this one basket. Because one thing that I feel like we fail it, especially with our black kids, I'm going to say this, is we putting so much pressure on these boys that go to the NFL, or they putting it on themselves. And when they don't go to the NFL, they feel like they're just a total failure. And it's like they fall back to the street life stuff, whatever it is. But it's too much pressure. Because one of us, out of all 1,000 of you folks, going to go. And, you know, everybody on the team said they're going to the league.
Right.
So I think, like they say all the time, we need to change that narrative, fam. Yeah. You went to college, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, because people say that, you know what I'm saying, because it sounds nice. But I need you to really be happy for these boys finishing their school and playing at a high level of college football. That's fire. You know how many people never had a chance to do that? I respect you the same. Like, dude, you played big-time football. I saw you on TV. That should be enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, like, you know, cats don't get a chance to go to the league, man. Like in W, you can attest to this. You was in the tank for a while. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna hold, bro. Yeah. You're gonna hold. You don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? But then you start to test who you really are. And that's why I have to really, you know, question myself. Hey, who you really are, bro? Because if you tuck your tail now you really wasn't that guy you act like you was now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Guy though, like,
yeah, I know.
You portray things and put things out there.
I know.
I like that.
I know. And you know what? I say, you know, never let nobody else build you up. Don't let nobody build you up and hype you up and you believe it. Don't buy in it. Know yourself. Know who you is. Know who you are. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that right there, not having something to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? And if I'd had that call from my uncle, say, hey, bro, there's something else you got that you can fall in love with too. Don't trip on it. Don't trip on that football thing. Like, it's just a job. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a dream job. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna downplay it. I'm not downplaying the NFL football and all that it can do for you. But it's not the end of the world. It's not the end all be all. And guess what? There are some people out in this world that have
never played
10 times as much money as football players, and they don't know what football is. They have no clue. What is that? I don't care about that. I want to look at
can't catch a pass. Can't you throw him the ball there, drop it 2 feet away.
Drop it.
Here's what bothers me though, right? Is that you know how many hours and time that we put in this football shit, practicing on our own, doing all this extra shit, hurting yourself. And people say this shit all the time for it. And I always say to myself, the moment that I find something that I absolutely love, all it is putting as much time as you put in that football shit. So if you put as much time into being a dentist, whatever it is you decide to do, if it's coding, if you put as much time into that shit that you put in football, you can do this shit. Because at the end of the day, people say what they want to say. We ain't no fucking dummies. We just choose to do what we want to do when we want to do it. Like football is our thing. We enjoyed it. If you find a way to enjoy this coding or some other stuff, you can be amazing.
We're good at what we put our time into. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
You are what you are. What they say you are what you put, whatever it is. Yeah,
you are what you eat. You are what you eat. You are what you sit in front of. You are what you consistently around. You put engulf in it, indulge in it, that's what you're going to be. Yeah. If you attack one thing, that thing will get conquered eventually. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how hard you want to stay at it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
And I totally agree. I feel like, man, and that's what I think about a lot every day, too, is like, what can we offer more when they say, all right, don't put your eggs in one basket? Like, what other basket can we offer, like, as a community? You know what I'm saying? Like, right? Because, say, for example, we watch TV and we see LeBron or we see a rapper or we keep seeing the same actor. We keep seeing the same, you know, cycle of things. Like, at what point do we have a community of like, oh, I could be a doctor because this dude is famous, and you know, I could be a lawyer, or I can do whatever. I can start my own business. You know,
but people showing them. We don't have enough people showing them to where they can see. Because right now, what I see right now too, at a time right now, I see a lot of my friends, right, opening up businesses and doing their own thing, branching out. You know what I'm saying? Cats that I went to Edison High School with. Like, this time is dope right now. You know what I'm saying? To be able to see that coming up. When we was coming up, we didn't know nobody that had their own business.
Right.
Right.
Like that. But I think it's more so of having more people coming around. Like, it shouldn't be the app. I mean, the professional guys come and talk to our kids all the fucking time. I'm sick of that shit. That old big dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to wait. I don't like detour you to say, nah, don't worry about that football shit. Like, football should be, I feel like because we say they got to work hella hard, but this kind of should be recreational, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to do some other shit.
Yeah, or if you gonna do it for recreation, then do it for recreation. But if you gonna do it, to understand that it's a business, and if you are a business, you need to put in the necessary work to reach.
Yeah, but they put in the necessary work, the time, bomb, your knee gone. So now to put all these hours into this shit to
so
where
what,
I can
that's the same way with a business. You could be doing everything and then, it don't work, or it don't sell. The product don't sell.
Coding shit, you get to some coding shit, right? Okay, you make it knock down, but I can still go. Yeah. You make it knock down, I blow my knee, I can still code. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do this type of stuff, fam. With like, so that's what I'm trying to say. Don't do some shit to where it's like at some point physically you won't be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do some shit to where you can always damn to do for real. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do nothing forever.
So make your business something intellectual. It should be your intellectual property that's making you money, and not your physical physical attributes.
And if you go be a professional athlete, thank God. Woo, that's a blessing. Man, you big time, big dog. But I should be happy for you going to school to being a doctor or some shit, or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is. Like, cats, like, I know we talk about it a lot, but cats we got to do more shit. It's okay to be a firefighter, you know that, right? These cats making $120,000, $130,000 a year, depending on where you at. Like, that's a comfortable living.
And you know what? I won't even say that. I'll say it's okay to be something other than a entertainer. Right. You don't have to be this big time entertainer in front of the light. That like on the scene. You can live a. Listen, now everybody don't want to live a job like this, but I had a financial. Who was I talking to the other day that said they said, well, it depends. You know what you want to do. Say I had a couple who brought in $3,500. An old couple brought in $3,500. See that when I got a hold of them, I had worked with them for 20 years. They brought in $3,500 a month. It's the whole life, the whole 20 years he worked with them, and said they had all of it. They had every ounce of it. Like they had you feel what I'm saying? So I say that to say, like, it just depends on who you want to be, what lifestyle you want to be. I think it's important for us to try to figure out or help them figure out who identifies that. Who do you want to be? Who are you today?
Right. And what do you want? Like what? Yeah.
And what you want? And like who are you? Okay. And so you know what I mean. And so and then we can start working towards things. I just think they've been told who they want. They got the Instagram in their hand. They got the, you know what I'm saying. They just been told you a rapper, you a athlete, you a makeup girl, you got an OnlyFans page or you know what I'm saying. All these crazy things, and it's these quick fixes, these quick way to get on and everything like that. You know what I'm saying. And it's just. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
You said earlier that people see the finished product. Remember how you was making the thing
about? Exactly.
People see the finished product, but everything that you do in life, I'm telling you this, it's a process. Unless you hit the bottom. But that's a process too. You know what I'm saying? But everything you do in life is gonna be a process. I don't give a fuck what you think is gonna be sweet. It ain't gonna be sweet like you think. It is what it is. And like football has taught us that for sure. Process. You know what I mean? From high school to college, from college to the pros. You know what I'm saying? It was all a process. That shit didn't happen. I didn't reach my ultimate goal. I started playing football when I was 10. I didn't reach my ultimate goal until I was 20. 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what those are things that we got to start talking to our kids. It's going to take you 10 plus. And it may not take you 10 plus, but put in your mind 10 plus.
It may take you longer. It may take you way longer.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, oh no, or it may not happen.
It may not happen. And you got to do some other shit. But now that they both fall into the tank. And I also, I mean, cut you off. I also too. We keep talking about this pro sports and things like that, but we're not talking about the jobs that are connected to the pro sports. That shit.
That are linked to all these guys. You want to be in this world, okay, you might not be the player, but the player need an agent. Okay, you might not be the agent, but they needed this, they needed that, they need all that, or what? Or come on, there's so much you can do. Right. Mm-hmm. And another thing too. Last thing I want to say is another thing too is that they there's things that our kids already do that are transferable, and you just need to know that this is transferable. You already kind of do this in your lifestyle, bro. This is what you know what I'm saying. So they need help connecting those dots on what we do, the transferable skills. What is it that I do already that can go into which one of these I can do?
Right, and that's crazy that I just thought of it. Like, why aren't we connected, right? So why aren't there more Black agents and more Black coaches and more Black trainers and more Black financial advisors? All Black people is going into the league, into these leagues.
Because I heard it.
I ain't thought about it. Right.
I seen that with LeBron James people.
Yeah, LeBron James. Yeah.
LeBron James people that did something, and they tried to get him up out of there because he was helping these cats for real. So they put in there that he had to get a law degree in order to be the agent and shit like that. But you guys got to read up on it, so don't quote me on everything.
I remember that, yeah. They're going to make it tough. They're going to make it tougher for it.
Yeah, because, you know, for the most part, like a lot of our Black men, a lot of us, not, you know, we very knowledgeable about a lot of things, but the cat's like, man, I ain't trying to go to school. Don't do that. I just know how to do it.
Right. You know it's not, a lot of it is, and I don't want to pigeonhole Black people and say school is not for us. I'm going to just speak for myself when I say, like, something about the way school is structured just don't speak to my soul. Like I don't learn like that. Like I don't function in this. Like and in order for me really to be able to function in it, it has to start in preschool, kindergarten, right? And when for a lot of Black people, the preschool and kindergarten that they go to is not structured to keep you give you all of the knowledge and give you that kind of thing it takes because, you know, the taxes and the redlining and the bad school, bad teachers, bad, right? So all that, we can go into that whole other story. So it's like, it's almost, set up for you to fail in a sense, because we just concluded that in order to get something, you have to have a foundation. You have to start, and it's a process. Yeah. So if your beginning process is fucked up, how do you complete this end goal? But we're gonna wrap this up. But just to say, to the kids out there and just people out there in general who listening, I think, and I'm a firm believer that what you want, like what your heart truly desires, you will get it. So understand who you are, and then set your dream as big as whoever you are, or whatever you want it to be. Then set it for that, and then every day just begin the process of going to go get it. From Worrell Williams, LaVelle Hawkins, Desmond Beasty Bish, we like to thank y'all for listening, tuning in. Next week I'm trying to get AJ Hawk on, so tune in next week. This episode will be available today. Thanks to Sam Lubman, the producer. Who else? What else am I forgetting? Oh, BOK Prime this Saturday. I know it's last minute. This Saturday, pay-per-view, $10. It's a fight. Go to bokprime.com or get it. Go to @BOKPrime on Instagram, and you can check out the promotion. But it's a fight this Saturday, so tune in. Don't miss it. Thanks for everybody for joining us, and man, we out here.
Appreciate it, man.
Clean us up, Sam, man. I know we was all over the place.
Yeah. All right, clean us up, man.
That's right.
All right, y'all, for sure.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Beasty Bish Podcast. I started this podcast with the hope of sharing stories of my life after the NFL, as well as share the stories of all the many amazing and interesting people I've had the pleasure of meeting throughout my career. Thank you to our producer, Sam Lutman of Painless Podcast, for making this podcast possible. Be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast and share it with others. For more information about me and the Desmond Bishop Foundation, check out my website at desmondbishop55.com.